He's the whistleblower of Iceland.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Hingað komin Paul Hawken. Hann þekktur umhverfisverndarsinni og hérna á vegum Bjarkar. Paul, tell me, you are an environmentalist, you are an entrepreneur, you are an author. Your main concern is the relation between business and environment. So I will have to ask you, the current crisis, the world crisis, how will you think that will, what influence will it have on environmentalism?
Well, I think it's going to have a good influence because essentially the world has to, not just here in the world, but here in Iceland, we have to rediscover what our real economy is. And we've just discovered what an unreal economy is. And we've had the collapse in the United States, we've had the collapse here in Iceland, we've had collapses in many areas because in a sense the world was building up what we say putative wealth, false wealth, an illusion of wealth. And that wealth now is being taken away. And many people who don't deserve to suffer are suffering. So in order to actually have an economy that truly is sustainable, it has to be based on true resource models. It has to be based on the relationship between the most two complex systems there are, which is humanity and living systems. And as long as you violate those things, you can do it for a certain amount of time, sort of like borrowing and borrowing and borrowing, but someday you have to pay it back. In the same sense, we've been borrowing and borrowing and borrowing from our environment, and now we have to pay it back. But paying it back is restoring it. Restoring it actually is a great business.
But so, do you think that we could actually think of returning to more basic values? Do you think
we all have basic values. We all share common values. The values are sort of irrevocable.
Yeah.
The values of Icelandic people, of Alaskans, of people in America, and Bolivians, we share common values. What people think about when they talk about the environment is we're going to go back to some other time.
Yeah.
We're not going to go back to some other time. We're going forward. The most progressive economic proposals in the world today are the environmental ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a believer of technology as a solution?
Absolutely.
You don't see us going back being like Luddites, smashing down the factories?
No. That is kind of a myth that the right wing sort of projects onto the environmental movement. The environmental movement is about renewable energy. Right? It's around green buildings. The newest the state-of-the-art green buildings are net zero buildings, they're net water buildings. They use the latest technology to capture energy and return it to the grid. They capture all the water, they're self-sufficient. They're made of materials that we wouldn't even imagine 10 years ago. So this is environmentalism today.
Yeah, green cars or vehicles.
Green cars, not just green, but I mean cars that are running off the grid, that are running off renewable energy, that have cassette batteries. When you drive into a service station, the service man pulls out a cassette, puts in another cassette, and you drive away. You pay for how many miles you drive. You lease the car for very inexpensively. The more you drive, the more you pay. The less you drive, the less you pay.
Whereas in the last few years, we have been really spending and spending and...
Yeah, we spend money that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, it existed. It was created.
Yes.
But in fact, it didn't exist because there was nothing behind the money.
Yes.
And in other words, it was an asset base that didn't exist.
Do you think that, well, in Iceland, many people seem to think that the solutions are building more factories, creating work through factories,
heavy industry.
Do you think that's the way of the future for Iceland?
I think it's going backwards. I mean, Iceland just went through a period of time where it put a lot of its eggs in the basket of banking, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there was a huge economic sector of Iceland was banking. Well, we saw what happened. Now Iceland's talking about putting a lot of its eggs in the aluminum basket, right? That to me is the same thinking that got Iceland in trouble in the first place, which is so fundamentally you want a diversified economy. What Iceland has is the most green and least expensive thermal energy in the world.
Yes.
Okay, and that's why the aluminum companies want to come here and take it. If you do that, you're subsidizing Rio Tinto and Alcoa, and they'll thank you for 30, 40 years. But the Icelandic people don't really benefit. Yes, there are jobs. Are they good jobs? They pay well, but they're also prone to disease. You have higher cancer rates amongst people who work in smelters than who don't. This has been proven in Sweden and other places, so forth. So what you need is to reimagine what are the companies that should be here in Iceland that will take advantage and that can use that thermal load to manufacture products that will truly be helpful to Iceland and the rest of the world. And that involves solar and carbon fiber and data centers and the things that really will green the world as opposed to make it.
So you think we have a bright future?
We have a very bright future. If I could swap citizenship, I'd take this one any day. You have everything going for you.
Okay.
You're just blessed with the best resources, smart people, good education, entrepreneurship, brilliant people like the person who preceded me. You have it all going. It's just that you don't have a functional government.
Yes. Thank you, Paul Hawken, for being on the program. You are here with Björk, our singer.
Yes, to her credit, yes.
Yes. Þetta búið dag og þetta síðasti þátturinn fyrir jól. Ég fer hérna í smá jólafrí og þakka ykkur kærlega fyrir að horfa og óska ykkur gleðilegra hátíða og gleðilegs jólaundirbúnings.